Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching Daybreak on Trust TV. Now we turn to a conversation that goes to the heart of the Nigerian experience, where faith and governance often meet in both inspiring and troubling ways. Our focus this morning is Nigerian politics, the influence of religious leaders on the polity. In Nigeria, religious leaders are among the most influential voices in society, from the pulpit to the mosque, from sermons to prayer grounds. Their words shape opinions, guide decisions, and sway millions. For many citizens, what their religious leaders say carries even more weight than what politicians or public institutions proclaim. But this enormous influence also comes with complex implications, especially during election seasons, national crisis, or moments of political uncertainty. Are religious leaders helping to stabilize the polity by speaking truth to power? Or are they sometimes inflaming divisions, promoting personal or sectarian interests under the guise of divine authority? Those are the questions. Today we explore the depth and impact of religious voices in our political life. Should they remain as moral guides from a distance, or is there a legitimate role for them to act for them in active political discourse? And what boundaries, if any, should exist between the pulpit and the political podium? So joining us for this important discussion is a man who is no stranger to bold and principled commentary on both faith and governance. We have Sheikh Muhammad Nuru Khalid, respected Islamic cleric and public affairs commentator. He joins us now to share his thoughts on the growing intersection between religion and politics in Nigeria. Sheikh, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. All right, the great question that we have at this moment is what are the commonalities when it comes to religion and politics, especially here in Nigeria?
Well, I think to draw a line between politics and religion is very difficult because both are life. Religion is all about coordinating life, and politics is running the affairs of a group of people or a country, or discussing how to share power between citizens of a nation or members of a group. Now, a religion is supposed to play a role in polity, but a positive role by regulating the activities or the behavior and attitude of the politicians, because the politicians are religious practitioners. They attend mosques, churches, and some other shrine and places of worship. Therefore, if you can regulate their behavior and influence their attitudes, they will come back to the offices and do the rightful. That is where religion, influence politics. And politics influences religion because the power to regulate all activities of a nation lies within the polity of the nation. Therefore, politics influence religion and vice versa.
All right, well, the big question is, are religious leaders helping to stabilize the polity by speaking truth to power? Due to the fact that you would see that when it comes to, the political season, a lot of, politicians would, I wouldn't call it collaborate, but then would meet religious leaders when it comes to, changing the minds of the congregation or their followers. Do you think it has a way of religious leaders speaking a truth to power?
Well, I think we have to look at the stream of history and understand that in many places in the world, at one point or the other, there was a clash between political leaders and religious leaders because of the latter trying to speak the truth to the former. And that is to say, whenever somebody tries to speak truth to the power, there is a tendency of attack from the power. Now, coming to Nigeria, well, I'm a religious leader. Maybe I may be emotional to say that some religious leaders are speaking truth to the power, but they are very minor. Majority of the religious leaders in Nigeria, majority, are not speaking truth to the power. Rather, they collaborate with the politicians to mismanage the country, to lead the country into division, into mismanagement, into bad governance, into corruption whatsoever. All what is happening in the polity of Nigeria today, I will say it without without begging for pardon from anybody, that politicians succeeded in mismanaging Nigeria because of the backing they are getting from some or majority of the religious leaders. Let me give you an example. There was an election, the recent concluded election, 2023. What was the dominant discussion in the campaign, during the campaign of...
When it comes to the Muslim ticket?
You see, what brought the name Muslim ticket?
To start with.
Go back to June 12th. Abiola was a Muslim. His running mate, King Gibe, was a Muslim. Why wasn't there the call for Muslim ticket? The recent NSA, National Security Advisor, went into election, contested election sometimes in this Nigeria, and his running mate was a Yoruba, a Muslim. Why wasn't there the name Muslim?
Why wasn't it an issue at that time?
At that time.
Are you saying that as time went on, it became something that was weaponized when it comes to, attaining power in Nigeria?
Yes, because the politicians look into the scenario and understood that they have nothing to offer Nigerians as a campaign tool. They now start start to use the word Muslim, and quickly the ulamas came into it and saw it as a way of coming closer to the power. They use it, and they went into the corridor of near to the corridor of the power. And you have never noticed any of them calling the attention of the politicians to checkmate what they are doing in the country. The economy was going down, was crippling. The unity of Nigeria become at stake, and the governance become so unbearable to the youth of the nation. They even try to come out and protest. What was the take of the ulama by then? So you can see that wasn't the way religious leaders supposed to handle this nation. They have to be representatives of the Almighty, working for the general public of the nation, advising the power to look into the problems of the nation. We have series of problems in this nation: security, economy, health, education. This is a country where the Ministry of Education, or the body concerned with education, will cut down the cut-off marks for entry into university from 180 to 160. Why? Because of mass failure in our education. What is going on? This is a country where the leaders will be lined up to enter the UK for health tourism. And the national hospital in Nigeria, built by the military, is not working the way it's supposed to be working. That is why they go out for medication. And the ulamas, or the clerics, the religious leaders, kept quiet. What are they saying about this? They are waiting for the campaign period to come and tell us that vote this because he's a member of our church, vote this because he's a Muslim. Don't allow the Christians to take over the country. Don't allow the Muslim to take over which country?
Okay, Sheikh Khalid, I'm going to take from, the last statement you just made, not allowing, the people to get a misleading information from the clerics as to who they should vote into power, knowing fully well that we have issues in the country. And I'm going to, look at, some of the comments from, in quote, pastors concerning, the Peter Obi ticket for the 2027. Some clerics have come out to warn him against, accepting a second role in any, opposition coalition towards the 2027 election. So my question now is, what are your thoughts concerning this, where, clerics have, come out to say, either to Peter Obi that we know or we have heard of, I know that there must be, other clerics, whispering to, other political leaders as to not allowing party A get to you, or not allowing this person get this particular position is meant to be yours. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that, clerics have that mandate? I know they are clerics and, they have, somewhat influence on people, but really, what is your view on that? Do you think it's fair to Nigerians, for clerics to, pin it to a particular candidate to say, oh, don't allow the Muslims to, take over. It's our turn to rule. Don't allow the Christians to take over. It's our turn to rule.
Well, I think the clerics have no right whatsoever to influence or manipulate any political party or any candidate, or to impose any view on Nigerians about any political party or any political aspirant. It is their duty to, let's take Peter Obi as an example. I can advise Peter Obi to make sure that he has a good plan for the future of Nigeria, or advise Atiku to have a good plan for the future of Nigeria, or advise Tinubu as the president of Nigeria, if he is bidding for continuity, to make sure he has a good agenda for the future of Nigeria. But for me to say, Peter Obi, don't go this area, or this political party, don't take Atiku, or don't take Tinubu, I'm not a partisan. I'm just a citizen. And I have to be careful of what I say. Most importantly, what will unite Nigeria? Most importantly, what will caution politicians to make sure that they are planning a good future for Nigeria? Nigeria must be going forward, not backward. Now, are we going forward or backward? What are the things that are taking Nigeria backward? Is the attitudes of Nigerians towards what is governance, what is polity. we supposed to start thinking that it is time for us to go back to the drawing board and know that it's either we build Nigeria or we are responsible for the disintegration of Nigeria.
So at what point should we draw the line between politics and religion?
At the point of partisan. If you are becoming a partisan politician, leave the pulpit. Go and join the wagon of politicians. And if you are a politician, stop campaigning in the mosque or in the church, because it is against even the constitution of Nigeria. Why will we disrespect our laws in the mosques and the churches? Why will somebody go to campaign in the mosque? Why will somebody go to campaign in the church? If we want it to be like that, let's change our constitution. Let's create two political parties in Nigeria, Christian People's Party and Muslim People's Party. Let Nigerians decide. But if we are not going to do it that way, let's draw the line at the point of partisan. If you are a partisan politician, leave the church, leave the mosque,
Right.
go and have your card.
Good.
We are fathers. I mean, we the clerics, we are fathers to the nation. We are fathers to all the political parties. I don't suppose to campaign for PDP, APC, or any political party. But my duty is to speak through to the power. Tell them that, yeah, Nigerians deserve security. Nigerians deserve good governance. Nigerians deserve transparency. Nigerians deserve equity and justice. That is my duty. And any cleric that is not doing that, he is deceiving Nigerians. He is deceiving himself.
Thank you so much.
All right, Sheikh. As you just mentioned, if the clerics feel they need to be part of politics, they should join politics and leave,
The pulpit.
the pulpit. Exactly. But then we have issues when it comes to, religious indifferences in Nigeria. And due to the fact that religion is being involved when it comes to politics, do you think that directly influences the, I would say, recent or even the past incidents that we have when it comes to religious clashes in Nigeria?
Yes, of course. If we are preaching religion the way it's supposed to be, there will be no crisis between Muslims and Christians. Nigerians are united. We love unity. And our laws and our national anthem vividly identified unity and as one of the values of Nigeria. Then why should I use religion to fight people? I was born and brought up in Plateau State, in Jos particularly. And I know what Jos was and what Plateau was and what Nigeria was before. Before 1999 caught me anywhere, there was very little or no clashes, religious clashes in Nigeria. But why is it that at the time when the Second Republic came, we start seeing what we call religious crisis? As a Muslim, and my father was a cleric, I attended bazaar several times in Fatima Church in Jos. We start, when we were in secondary school, we start hearing a new call. Don't consume Christmas food, don't collect Christmas gifts, don't befriend a Christian, don't befriend a Muslim. These things are foreigners to Nigerians. Why won't we go back to the old days? We are losing Nigerian glory because of these attitudes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Sheikh, it was an absolute insight with all the, comments that you made, to be honest. And as you said earlier, we have to separate it and understand the role of each and the way it can impact positively on us Nigerians as well. Thank you very much, Sheikh, for being here. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I trust TV.
That is a great one. All right. Thank you so much for continuing to be with us. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be going on a short break. We'll be right back with a review of our national dailies. Don't go away.